Formula One is kicking off a triple header with the Spanish Grand Prix, a perfect event for teams to roll out significant upgrades. The Barcelona track is ideal for testing these updates due to its mix of slow, medium and high-speed corners, which require a good overall downforce package. This season has been extremely competitive, so even minor improvements could have a big impact. Among the teams, Red Bull stands out as they are confirmed to be introducing new parts here. This development was recently confirmed by Helmut Marko, who admitted they've identified some issues and are working on solutions. These new components won't be added until the Barcelona race. Just last week in Canada, we didn't see many upgrades from Red Bull, but that's about to change. As the battle for dominance heats up, there's even talk that Mercedes might break into the top 4. The upgrades in Spain will be crucial in determining which teams have the best downforce packages and overall performance. So, brace yourselves for some exciting developments and shifts in team standings at the Spanish Grand Prix. The competition is tightening up and Red Bull needs to sort out their suspension issues. On tracks like Barcelona, they usually perform well because they can run a stiffer suspension. However, their current suspension system has some discrepancies. The simulator shows they can handle the curbs smoothly, but real track data tells a different story. In reality, the curbs give them a hard time, forcing them to soften the suspension. Unfortunately, this trade-off leads to quicker tyre wear, which complicates their race setup. This is particularly challenging for Max Verstappen, making it tough for him to decide whether to push hard or save tyres, complicating his ability to lead a race. Unlike the RB19, where Red Bull managed to disguise their curb issues with an extra stiff suspension, they can't hide the problem anymore. They need to bring in new parts to fix this, and solutions are on the way. There's still plenty of room for improvement in the RB20. Although Ferrari and McLaren haven't explicitly mentioned it, every team is hitting a wall where all the cars will start performing similarly. We'll likely see this convergence in performance by 2025, and signs of it are already appearing in 2024. This makes for an exciting future in Formula One as the races become more competitive and closely matched. Max may make a big difference here, but Barcelona should be a strong track for racing thanks to its high speeds and stiff suspension settings. McLaren has been doing something interesting. They haven't really announced or introduced new parts since the Miami Grand Prix. That Miami upgrade was massive and basically shot them to the top. Overall, it can be said that McLaren has had the strongest car over the last 5 races since Miami. They nearly secured pole position in Monaco and probably should have won in Imola if they had pushed harder on the hard tyres toward the end against Max Verstappen. In Canada, they were on track for a win if not for the safety car, and you could say the same about Miami too. Moving forward, the team needs to execute better with both Oscar and Lando completing their laps effectively. Andrea Stella has announced that more parts will be coming for the races in Austria and Silverstone, so we can expect continuous upgrades from McLaren, but don't look out for too many major changes all at once. There are some minor components, but these might become crucial after the 3 Grand Prix races. The car itself is fantastic at all speeds, slow, medium and fast. It also excels at top speed. This McLaren has very few weaknesses. However, some say that balancing this car can be tricky. At times it feels like it's on the edge, but that's necessary to maintain its speed. We see this with Max and his preference for a finely tuned car, which can be challenging, especially on tracks like Monaco. He mentioned that even the smallest mistake can lead to hitting the wall or ruining a qualifying lap. McLaren has improved their performance in slow-speed corners and boasts the best tyre wear on the grid right now, thanks to their ability to adjust the suspension between soft and stiff settings. They also handle curbs exceptionally well. Many people believe their big improvement lies in reducing drag and achieving excellent top speeds. McLaren shouldn't be overlooked though. They're fantastic in high-speed corners and manage tyre wear very well. They might just be the most competitive team alongside Red Bull here. But there's another point to discuss regarding Ferrari. They've been pretty cautious with their upgrades. We saw a major upgrade package at Imola, but the benefits haven't been as great as expected. It seems like the upgrades haven't delivered as much as anticipated. Carlos Sainz mentioned that this upgrade package wasn't as significant as the media had hyped it up to be. At first, Carlos was accused of being a pessimist, but it turns out he was spot on. they brought a minor upgraded version of their SF24 to the race, aiming to fix their tyre heating issues that have been messing up their qualifying sessions. This problem has been pushing them too far down the grid, making it hard to recover during the race due to minimal differences in performance. To tackle this, they plan to introduce a new floor design in Spain. This update is supposed to help the tyres warm up better and also boost the car's overall speed throughout the Grand Prix. Historically, this team has been good at managing tyre wear, but they seem a bit slower compared to McLaren. This could be because they might need to dial back the engine for cooling, or maybe their car is just more aerodynamic drag than both the McLaren and the Red Bull. Even so, they are very competitive and are expected to perform well. Now let's talk about Mercedes. They are bringing some big upgrades, especially through the next 3 Grands Prix in Barcelona, Austria and Silverstone. Mercedes is betting on these changes to make big gains, and they also aim to introduce a new floor soon. They've been the team that has made the most noticeable improvements lately, and they're hopeful these upgrades will keep pushing them forward. We're hearing plenty of whispers about revised side pods, although they probably won't make an appearance in Barcelona. However, a new floor setup might be a game changer for the team. It is also suspected that they'll tweak the diffuser along with the floor, as those components typically work hand in hand. The team has shown strong performances recently, shining in Canada and Monaco. Meanwhile, there's a buzz about a new flexible front wing. Allegedly, Red Bull has raised concerns about the front wing's excessive flexing in high downforce zones. Despite this, James Allison insists that this flexing is perfectly legal. He adds that the front wing has been instrumental in boosting the car's performance. Last year, Aston Martin had a tough time dealing with similar issues, so we remain curious about the FIA's stance, especially since they didn't find any problems with Mercedes' wing flexing. If Mercedes rolls out this new front wing and floor package, they might just break into the top 4 here in Barcelona. They've been struggling in slow-speed corners lately, even though this used to be a strength in the W13 and W14 models. Maybe these upgrades will help them reclaim that edge. What are your thoughts for the Barcelona Grand Prix? We've witnessed some thrilling Grand Prix events here in the past. Although Max Verstappen is dominating in 2023, I hope we see a different outcome this time. The competition is tightening and the race to develop the best upgrades is heating up. This momentum will likely continue beyond Spain, especially with 3 back-to-back Grand Prix races coming up. We're in for a thrilling period. Buckle up and enjoy the ride. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. See you in the next video.